What's up, guys? If you're thinking about relocating to the Fresno or Madera area, guys, this is the next video for you because we're walking through a couple of houses today, checking out some of the latest progress in this particular neighborhood right here. Park going in right behind me, guys. So stick around till the end. Let's dive in and have a look. Before we do it, though, I just want to give you guys a quick little update. So these two homes back here behind me, we have actually seen before, guys. We did a video on these about a month ago or so, but this one right here, the single standalone house kind of out here by itself right there, we have actually never shown on the YouTube channel before. So today we're walking through that at 1677 square feet, single story, perfect entry-level home for the first-time buyer. There are some awesome incentives we can work for you guys on some of these. After this, though, we're gonna hop in the car, drive up the street just a bit, walk through sort of a comparable home, slightly bigger. A lot nicer finishes, in my opinion, on the next house, so you're not gonna wanna miss that. Lastly, before we dive into this, let me show you the park real quick, right here behind me, guys. So we were out here, like I said, probably 6 to 8 weeks ago. This was all dirt. Now, you're probably thinking, Casey, it's still dirt. Well, not exactly. We've got lots of concrete, some landscaping, some nice trees going in. Lots of progress. In fact, I think next week we're gonna have a video coming out on the progress of the Riverstone community because the grocery store has broken ground up at the intersection. There's parks that are happening, a new Woodside subdivision going in right up the way here. I'll show you where the second lodge is gonna be built, and the new school's about done. So that's probably a pretty good video we should do for you guys. But I don't want to get too carried away because this video is not about that. It's about these two homes and finding what works for you guys. All right, so let's dive in and get after it. All right, so this first house we're gonna see right here behind me, like I said, it's a new floor plan. We've never shown it before. It's got some real beautiful stonework on the outside. Let's check this thing out. So it's really, really nice, guys. Like I said, this brickwork, I don't think this is like real brick. It's like thin, whatever you wanna call that, I don't know. Now, guys, real quick, oh, what is that? Some glue. Okay, so I actually just had a client buy, not this home, but a home by this builder with a brick facade, kind of like this in the front. And there was a lot of cracking, you know, in all the bricks. Sort of the whole front of the house had cracking in the bricks. So during the walkthrough, I was like, hey, we're not buying a house with cracks already. No, well, that's normal, you know. I will say the builder did a great job. They were super, I don't know what the word is. They made it right. Basically, we closed escrow. We did what's called an exception, and they come back later and they fixed all the brickwork, and everything should be good by now because this was about a month ago or a little more. So they will take care of it, but we got to watch out for that stuff on our blue tape walkthrough. These homes go up so quick, you know, 4 months, sometimes 120 days to build one of these. So, I mean, it's something we got to be careful about, guys. But what do you guys think of this thing so far? Well, you probably don't know because you haven't seen it yet. So we're going in, guys. We're going in, okay? Calm down. What's the rush? Just kidding. You don't want to listen to me. You want to see the house. I get it. I don't want to listen to me either. I want to see the house, so let's see it. 1677 square feet, 2-bed, 2.5 bathrooms. All right, let's take a gander. How about that? Good. And wow, I'm actually surprised at how large this entryway is for a house that is this size. So let's see. All right, let's do this. So I typically do a little like 14-second blurb on how the builder operates. This particular builder, you probably know by now if you've been following the channel for any amount of time. What you see is what you get in this home, guys. There's no options, no upgrades, no downgrades, no nothing, guys. What you see is what you get minus the staging furniture. So if you like white textured walls like this, then you're in luck because you get that. If you like vinyl flooring, you're in luck because that's what you get. This is the flooring, guys. It is a vinyl, grayish vinyl flooring. Not bad, you know, it's not individual planks. This is actually a flooring that is rolled out and installed this way, so you can let me know what you think of that. It looks like wood planks, but it's actually not plank flooring. It is rolled out, okay? We've got a powder room right here in the front, perfect location. It gives privacy right up here near the front, off the living space, which you're gonna see here in a moment. So I've got a window there and the exhaust fan. You know what's interesting to me is, hang on, I gotta figure this out. This window does not open. So, which is fine. I mean, it doesn't need to open, but I would think that in the bathroom, they would make it so that you could crack that window. I mean, okay, well, it doesn't open. Let's lower these back. You see how I'm doing that, by the way? Lower it down beyond the sill and then just set it there. And there you have it. There's no strings. That's a new code. There's no strings. It's a choking hazard. So now you just push up, pull down. There you have it. That window doesn't open. Not that it matters, but at least we know. So, all right. We're gonna, you know what? Let's do it this way. Like, what the heck? Why are we being creatures of habit, right? Let's go up the stairs first. We never do this, guys. Like, we never do this. Things are just getting crazy. All right, little L-shaped staircase here. Not bad. It is carpeted. This is a different carpet than what I see in a lot of the homes by this builder. Now, I'm actually shocked. Wow, okay. I am very surprised that you actually get a loft with this 1677 square foot floor plan. I would have guessed you probably don't get a loft in this house because the square footage isn't quite large enough, but it is. And the proof is in the pudding. All right. Laundry room, guys. Now, Electrolux, I didn't even know what that was for the longest time. Apparently that's a really popular brand, been around for a long, long time. These front loader units do come included with the price. We are going to talk about that later. All right, and I like the storage space. Nice shelving. Kind of goes all the way across. I like to look for imperfections. That's one of my specialties. Like during a blue tape walkthrough, I would be like, hey, touch up that, please. I use the analogy, guys, all the time. Real quick, this is for your internet, okay? I use the analogy, it's like buying a brand new car, but having a door ding in your brand new car door. And someone arguing that, well, it doesn't affect the functionality, it still drives. Doesn't affect anything, it's just cosmetic, but it still doesn't mean you should be willing to accept something less than perfect when you're paying the perfect price, right? And it's brand spanking new. So I get a real joy, guys, believe it or not, coming with you to the blue tape walkthrough, which happens about a week or two before we close, finding the flaws together, and having it taken care of for you, because I want you guys to get a perfect house. I mean, I'll be honest, no house is perfect, but as perfect as possible, right? So first bedroom we're taking a peek at would be this one, right? Now that looks like a full bed and there's literally no dresser. So this room is an average size. Actually, it's not too bad. Like, okay, I'm gonna give you a quick example. Something that sometimes people overlook because they're excited, but I see it. You see that drip right there? Is that a big deal? No. Does it look pretty? No. Can they fix it? Yes. That's what I'm here for. Not that I'm getting paid to find drips in paint or anything. That's very small part of what we do, but it's something. Now this is kind of cool. Your clothes might fade, being in the sun all the time. I'm just kidding, they're not gonna fade most likely. But that's a really big window in the closet, giving this a lot of light in here. Very, very nice. Actually, wait, do you guys realize how big this closet is? I should have had a better reaction. I mean, this is a big closet for a secondary bedroom. Let's try it again. Wow, look at that closet, guys. That is huge. Wow, look at that. Okay, that was maybe a little over the top, but honestly, this closet is a great size. For a secondary bedroom, this is not the primary suite. That's a really great closet, something probably so far my favorite feature of this house. All right, the lights are on dimmers. See, not a big deal, but look at the paint right there. Just clean it up. Not a big deal, clean it up, guys. All right, here's the second bedroom. Now this is where the twins will sleep. I don't have twins. I don't even know how people with twins do it. We've got a 2-year-old, she just turned 2 last month, and we've got a 4.5-month-old, and that is great, but it is, you know, it's a lot, right? It's a lot. How do people with triplets do it? I have no idea. They're probably laughing at us right now, like, oh my God, look at these two with, you know, 2 babies, 20 months apart, complaining that it's difficult. And they're like, we've got 3 little ones, same age. I don't know how they do it. Wow, this is a great closet. We'll call this the closet house, guys. This is like the closet house because both rooms so far get a great closet. Well, I sure hope the primary suite has a closet that's really impressive, because if they're giving this much square footage to secondary bedroom closets, then let's hope that they've really done something special for the owner's suite. Wow, this is deep too. This is okay. Well, I don't know. I don't have a lot of negatives to say on this because this is it's a great house so far. Honestly, I didn't think I was gonna like it very much. I don't know why I said that, but I don't know. I like it more than I thought. Okay, look at, you see that? Not a big deal. From here, you can't even see it, but you gotta get in the right light. See that? And up around the shower head, I don't think you're gonna be able to see it in the video, but I can see, well, you probably can't see. It's all rough, like around. So that needs to all be corrected. The hard part is they send the painters back through and the painters can't see it either, which is kind of crazy. See, I need to be here when the painter's here. That's what really needs to happen. We've got a single sink vanity, undermount sink though, white cabinets, same vinyl flooring, shower tub combo fiberglass. Pretty typical for this builder. Looks fine, looks great. Love the loft once again. And now the primary, guys. Let's take a step into the primary. And this is a good sized room. I think this is actually a really good sized room for what we're getting square footage wise in this floor plan. That's a king size bed. We got great space here down at the end. Okay, let's just go straight to the closet because now I'm really, well, I guess we're not going straight to the closet because this is the bathroom. We'll go to the closet. It looks, a little glimpse, looks good. Okay, dual sinks, like it. I like the mirrors. What I wished they would stop doing, to be completely honest, is I wish they would stop putting the lights behind where you're gonna stand when you're looking in the mirror. Like if the light's here and I'm standing here looking into the mirror, how's it going, guys? Like my face is in a shadow. I need that overhead light here that's lacking, you know, but it's okay. You know, that's just something that they're not doing at the moment. So all good. Like that's a little sloppy. Let's try to, you know, this is a model home, guys. Let's try to clean this up. You know, is it deal breaking? Absolutely not. Is it aggravating? Sure. Okay, no tub in here. We do have a fiberglass step-in shower. Not quite zero clearance, but it's an easily accessible shower. Okay. See, there's another rough patch. Needs to be, well, I gotta get you in the right light here. It's right here, where my finger's at. Let's see. Okay, well, not that big of a deal apparently. There you go, can you see it right in the light spot? Not a big deal, I want you guys to have a good house, that's all. Okay, this room is a good size. We've established that already. Closet time, here we go. All right, fair enough. For a 1677 square foot home, they've done great with their closets. That's something that I will say is really nice. I like that it's a nice rectangular shaped closet, very functional. My closet's a funky shape. It's like this, but then there's like a small little area and it's just kind of funky. So I like a nice rectangular shaped closet. It's super functional, very straightforward. It works well. So, okay. Now I noticed there's an air return there and there's gonna be another one in this house, but looks like you've got one exclusively for the primary and that's smaller than average. Probably because it's a secondary. And then you've got the main right over here. This is a typical size. And then there may be one downstairs. And I'm sure this home is zoned as well for upper and lower. With that thermostat, you're gonna have one downstairs as well. So you can change the temp for upstairs and downstairs. All right, guys, here we go. Now, really quick, if you are thinking about making a move, okay? If you're thinking about making a move, but you're not quite sure yet what you wanna do, where you wanna go, or even if you wanna move in the first place, reach out to us, guys. We like to set up a video call, be very casual. This is not a high stress situation where we pull up wearing a tuxedo, trying to hard sell you on a vacuum, right? We're here for one reason, guys. That is to help you guys make the right move the first time, because a lot of our clients will move here, they'll call me, Casey, we just moved to the area, you know, a year ago, and we moved to the wrong spot. We don't like living where we're at. We didn't realize it was not a great area. We want to list the house and buy something else. I just had somebody do that semi-recently, actually. It's a really neat little Spanish style home that she bought. Hated the area, guys. It was in South Fresno. Not the right spot. Her previous, it's funny, I actually met this client at an open house, and she had an agent, so I respected it, and I said, hey, if your agent's doing a great job, use your agent, right? We had a great connection. I was like, man, it sucks that she's got an agent already, because I totally could have seen us working together. Well, lo and behold, she calls me about a year, maybe a little less than a year later, and says, Casey, we moved to the wrong spot. Our agent didn't tell us anything, which it's not just the agent's fault, in all fairness. It's probably the agent, the buyer, nobody did enough research, but they need someone who knows the area well, right? So we listed that home, sold it for $10,000 above the asking price, and she actually moved down to Lemoore, where she's super happy now in a brand new home by this builder, and life is good. So we don't want that to happen though. We want you to buy the right house the first time. So reach out to us, let us help, and let's check out this living room, kitchen, and dining room, guys. All right, let's see what this looks like down here. 1677 square feet coming to fruition. Here we go. Okay. This is actually not bad. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, but I've seen the other two floor plans, and you guys may have seen them as well, because we did do a video on those, like, I don't know, a couple, maybe 2 months ago. So I wasn't sure what to expect on this one. I thought, wow, and this is the smallest of the three. So I thought, wow, like, how are they gonna make it smaller? Everybody calls this Harry Potter's closet now. So that phrase has been coined, right? It's actually very tall in here. This is under the stairs. Oh, and you've got a light and a fire sprinkler. Very good. Nice, okay. Okay, very good. This will take you to the 2-car garage. I like the placement of where the garage access is, because if you make a Costco run, which is like 10 minutes from here, by the way, or if you go to the new Rayleigh's that's being built up here at the corner of Avenue 12 and 41, they broke ground, guys. It's a Northern California grocery chain. We're all excited for that out here. let's say you load up, you go spend a couple $100 on groceries, right? And you have like one bag because things are crazy these days. Just kidding. Let's say you go load up on groceries for the week, you back the car into the garage. It's nice to come in the door, put your items on the counter, and then put things in the pantry, which it's great that you actually get a pantry in this home. You know, put your cold items in the fridge, and you're not having to like lug your stuff from way down here. You know, if the garage access was like up here in the front or something, you got to carry everything all the way through. So this is just a great functional spot for your big shopping runs and stuff, right? All right, let's take a look at the kitchen. This is like the heart of the house, right? Very cliche, but that's what people say. Heart of the house, guys. So we got a quartz countertop. This is how it comes. I know you're thinking, oh, is this exactly what we get? Even though we've mentioned it, I'll reiterate it. Yes, my friends, this is what you get. Now, let's see what you get in terms of drawers. Do you guys think they are soft close or not? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, you get soft close. It is insane. At this price point, you could probably be in this house for under $400,000. We're gonna get into that later. Talk about some different pricing options for these homes. But to be in a brand new home, in a brand new community, you know, in a brand new part of town, with a brand new school, brand new parks, brand new everything, for under $400,000 is like insane in this real estate environment. So you got some good cabinet space, whole wall of cabinets across the back, and then you've got some lower storage cabinets here in the lower portion of the island there, so that's nice. The sink is good. I like that it's got rounded corners inside, so it's easy to wipe. This is not the most exciting faucet in the world, but hey, change it, right? While you're at Costco making your Costco run, get a faucet. You can put one in that's got the big thing that has the sprayer, whatever. This is not even bad. You know what I tell people all the time? I've got clients all the time that are like, oh my God, Casey, we're gonna buy the house, so we're gonna change out this and change the cabinets and rip out the floor and change out the faucets. I tell people, look, just buy the house, live in it for 6 months, and see if it still bothers you in 6 months, because it's easy to go in with some idea of what we think it's supposed to be. Now, look, if you wanna rip it out, by all means, do your thing, right? But sometimes we feel a certain way, and then we buy the house, we live in it for 6 months, and then I come over and whatever, come by and bring you guys a pie or something. I don't know, I'm in the area, right? And the house looks exactly the same. Like, oh, we never got around to it. And there's a chance that could happen to you, right? So just live with it. If you hate it after 6 months, you know, just like people ask me all the time, hey, should we buy extra panels, solar panels? Because you do have to put solar. Why don't you live in it for a year and see if you need them? And if you need them after a year, then buy them. Why buy them up front? You may not even need them, right? So anyways, it just occurred to me that those two paintings are like the same painting. Like, who even cares? So the living room and kitchen is divided. Those rooms are divided by a table, decent sized table space, not bad. We are not able to get out back because we're locked in, but that's a very nice sized backyard. So being the smallest floor plan of the three here will give you the biggest backyard. It's interesting because typically the smallest floor plan is the cheapest price, but it gives you the biggest backyard, which people sometimes don't give any value to. They don't realize that, hey, we're getting less square footage, paying a cheaper price, but we're gaining, everything's a cost, right? In exchange, we're gaining a larger backyard. So smaller footprint of a home, bigger backyard, same size lot, you guys get it. So what do you guys think, huh? What do you guys think of this? I mean, actually great first time home. If you're looking to buy a rental property, this could be one to consider, but real estate rentals right now are kind of tough. They don't completely pencil out in most cases with prices and rates if you're financing and all the above. But if you are an investor watching the video, let us know, because we do work with investors. But you know, our real joy comes from helping people find like the right home for them to live in. But honestly, if you want to buy one and rent it out, we're not going to tell you no, guys. So anyways, and then right across the street really quick, I kind of touched on this earlier, but check it out. That's where the park's going in. It's coming to life, guys. That's one of the coolest things about our job and our YouTube channels, that we get to follow up with, you know, progress all the time in all these different subdivisions here in the valley, because we're out here every few weeks. We're here and there, and like we'll be back out here probably in a couple weeks shooting something else. But it's cool they do progress updates. So why don't we hop in the car and head over to the next house, because it is in a different collection of homes by this builder. But if you said to me, hey, I really love that house, I would say, all right, well, let's check out this other one that we're gonna head to next as well. Similar in price, similar in size, 2-story, same community. Let's check it out, have a look, we'll compare, contrast, and then we'll get on with our day, guys. So let's keep going. So there's a Dutch Bros right up here at the corner of Avenue 12 and Highway 41. Sometimes the line is lengthy, but this morning, like, it wasn't even bad. This is a large cold brew, just black. Sometimes it's like almost embarrassing, because I get this thing, right? And I go somewhere and my client will ask, oh, what kind of soda are you drinking? It's like, I'm not drinking soda at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. It's coffee, guys. It's black coffee. It's not soda. I'm not drinking Pepsi at 8 a.m. from Dutch Bros. But hey, you know what? If you don't know, you don't know. Okay, let's do a quick drive down here so you can see the construction, and then we'll head over to the next home, okay? They are going to town, guys. Everybody's packing it in before the 4th of July, 250 years. Sounds like a big one. Check it out. There's actually a taco truck out here from time to time, so if you're out here, if we're out here together especially, you know, we hear a honking horn, there's a good possibility that we might have to indulge, just whatever. Okay, so you can see these foundations are poured here. They're clearly building the opposite direction of what we're driving right now. This is all gonna be homes here in the future. Probably in the next 90 days, actually. You guys are seeing it firsthand here. So very, very nice. The new school, okay. Let's see, let me actually go. Actually, let's go this way real quick. So I'm gonna show you guys something that you guys might like. So this road here is old dirt going north. It's gonna be paved, right? We're not in the 1800s, it's gonna be paved. But look at the school. So I'm gonna be, like I said, next week I'll probably be doing a video on progress of this Riverstone community, just so you guys can see updated drone footage of the school and the store that's being built and some of the newer parks and, you know, everything else that's coming. All this needs to be done by next month, because the school opens next month. Canyon Creek Elementary, guys, very, very nice, state-of-the-art campus. So if you've got little ones and you want them to be in this school, then you should move here and then they will go to this school. So with all that being said, let's take a quick little stroll right down here. I'm cutting back through so that we can see what things are looking like. We're heading to the next house, so let me speed this up and we'll be there in just a few.
When you select update.
Sorry, sometimes the car likes to talk back. I don't know. Okay, so let's have a peek-see at this. So check out the neighborhood. So it's gonna be sort of similar, by the way, just in terms of, like, you know, two-story neighborhood, no single stories in this particular product line. There are 3 floor plans here. We've actually shown some of these before. So this may or may not look similar, but you know what we find? Like 70% of our viewers are new to the channel each month. So sometimes it's nice to show things because I don't know if people are really going back 50 videos to see stuff that we've shown. So this is cool. I'm gonna actually do something kind of crazy. So look at this. Here's the lot, and we're gonna walk out here real quick. We're getting crazy, guys. We're trying to give you guys really cool footage here that it's rare to actually get. So check out this foundation. You're probably thinking, oh my God, the whole entire house is gonna fit on that? Yes, it is. And I'm gonna prove it to you here in about 30 seconds. So this home would actually have a pretty decent backyard. Have a wall back there, it's nice. Look at the thickness of that foundation. So you've got your garage here up front. You can see how it's cut out there. This is your entry. And we're gonna see the real life version of this here in a moment. So, kind of cool. By the way, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please like, subscribe, and comment something. It helps out the channel. We super appreciate it, and we really appreciate you guys. Even if you don't subscribe, we appreciate you guys for watching the videos and supporting the channel for us. All right, guys, let's check it out. So before we go into this one, notice like the nice windows above the garage. And like I said before, notice the setback between the homes. I know typically like you can't guarantee this because it really depends on which home site, which lot you buy. But I mean, that seems to be pretty common through this product line. Like look at the distance between most of the homes. So that's probably a reasonable expectation to have. We've got our solar inverter, our main electric panel, all kinds of stuff out here. Pretty garage door though. I like the windows in it. It's nice up top. Now this house is 1786 square feet. The same number of bedrooms and bathrooms. It's a pretty nice. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I feel like I'm walking into 7-Eleven. Okay. So yeah, this is a 3-bed, 2.5 bath, 1786 square foot home here. Now, I love the front door on this one, right? It's a pretty front door, I like the windows in it. These are 9 feet ceilings, by the way, 9 foot. You're gonna get that in both homes. So that's very similar, but it's a very different layout, you know? We'll talk about that in a minute, but notice the flooring. This is not rolled out vinyl. This is actually ceramic tile. It is grouted because it is tile. And it is wood-like planks. Each tile there is a individual plank. So arguably some people feel that this is a little nicer than the last house. That's for you guys to decide, not me. We'll talk about the price difference here in a little bit, and then you can decide if it's worth the difference or not. But this home is certainly more open concept in my personal opinion. You know, we've got an entry there, not as much wasted square footage in the entry. This home is about 109 square feet bigger. I think the last one was 1677, I think, and this one is like 1786. So that's about 109 square feet, not a life-changing difference in square footage, but the layout is everything, guys. You know, sometimes people tell me, hey, we need 2,000 square feet. Okay, well, if it's 1750 at the right floor plan, it actually works. So anyways, so of course, this is your living room here. Your dining table, if you're wondering, would go over there, kind of in that area next to the thermostat there. I wish it was staged because it helps create a vision of what it's supposed to be like. It is not staged, so we have to use our imagination, which is okay. My daughter Sophie always uses her imagination, and it's super funny and cute to watch. So if she can do it, why can't we, right? Okay, same thing, guys. Garage is straight ahead of us, right? Costco runs, easy peasy, nice and easy. All right, it does come with the fridge, so knock knock. Who's there? We don't know. So that's nice, very nice fridge. Looks like an upgraded Samsung fridge compared to the last home. It is all electric. It's I think this is induction actually. That's what they're doing these days. Yes, it is induction. Right there. All right, very similar cabinets. Let's see if it's a similar soft close or not, guys. And I'm only checking again because it's a different product line. Okay, yes it is. Very, very good. Normally I'll check the first house, not the second, but because it's gonna be the same amongst the product line. But if it's a different product, like this home, then you never know what they've done. See, I've shown homes for $650 that do not have soft close. So you just never know. I like the upgraded faucet. I mean, that's literally $100, not a big deal, but it's nice, a little nicer in my opinion than the last house. Now this is kind of cool. Check this out. You got the powder room here. Okay. Very similar to the powder room in the last house. It's kind of nice location over here. And then look at this though. Harry Potter with a rack to hang. I don't know, I'd hang Luna and Yeti. We have 2 huskies. I would hang their leashes there maybe, I don't know. You'd figure something out. Now, we talked about the blue tape walkthrough and how I like to go through and point out things that I feel are not quite perfect enough for clients, right? I see something here I'm gonna share with you. I would ask them to caulk this. You can see that gap. I mean, it's fine. Like, it's, you know, it's not fine. I'm downplaying it. It's not fine. Like, that should not, it just doesn't look the best, you know? Like, let's caulk that and clean that up a bit and make it look a little nicer for you guys. You're paying a lot of money, even on a cheap home, inexpensive, I don't mean cheap in a negative way, but on a more cost-effective home, it's still expensive in the grand scheme. Okay, this is the pantry. No, wait. Yeah, well, I don't know. You could make that a pantry of some sort. This may be your day-to-day pantry that can cover the blender, Instapot, crock pot, whatever. So, okay. Overall, I like it so far. Look at the yard. I love the yard back here. This is great. This is like a normal sized backyard here. A lot of people tell me, oh, we don't want a new home because you get no backyard. This is a fine backyard. I mean, how big of a backyard space does somebody need, you know? I mean, you're not gonna put in a lap pool and a fire pit. You could, but you're probably not gonna do all that. Or maybe you are. Who am I to decide? I don't know what you're gonna do. But you could do a lot with this space, is what I'm getting at, so. All right, so there's the downstairs. Now let's head upstairs. It's a straight staircase, no L shape, and let's see how it shapes up. Ooh, I kind of like what I'm seeing so far, guys. I do, I kind of like this. You still got, see, this carpet looks nicer, guys. I don't know, it's probably hard to see the difference in the video, but this is like a lower, feels like a slightly higher quality, which it probably is because this home is a little more expensive, I think. So, well, okay, you know what? This is a loft, but I'm going to be honest with you. 3 of the walls are unusable, sort of. Can't really do anything on that wall. This wall, you might be able to put a TV there, but you've got doors and whatnot. This is where we came from. I don't know, like, it's kind of a landing space, sort of a loft, whatever. Let's go this way. Let's see what we got here. So this room here is above, the downstairs living room area, right? Very, very nice. Check it out. So nice tiled shower. Wow, this is a good closet. This is definitely bigger than the last house's closet space, and it's rectangular with bars on 3 sides instead of 2. Definitely a better closet. I like that this is tiled though. It is not the insert. So you get a better closet, better shower. Well, I don't know if it's better, but it's tiled, so that feels a little fancier than the insert fiberglass dealio. We've got an ADA door. It's a very wide door to get into the toilet water closet area. Dual sinks up top, undermount. Same lighting situation. We're not gonna get into that again. I just wish they would do it, but who cares what I think? Like, honestly, who am I? You know what though? This room appears, and I don't know because it's not furnished, it appears to be smaller than the primary in the last room. Do you think so? I don't know, we'll have to check, I don't know. Feels a little smaller, honestly. So that's the primary. And then let's take a right-hand turn, guys. Dual sinks in the secondary upstairs bath. Same fiberglass tub as the last house. We've got the shower tub combo. Not bad at all. Looks pretty good. Okay, very nice. Tile flooring still, all the wet areas. All right, and then we've got the second bedroom here. Now this is a nice bright room because we've got 2 windows on different walls too. So depending where the sun's at, you're still gonna get some nice lighting coming through here. And these ceilings are still 9 feet in this home, which is very nice. Some homes actually drop to 8 feet once you get upstairs. So it's nice that they actually kept the 9-foot plate up top. I got nothing to complain about up here. Alrighty, and here we are. Wait, now this room looks like the same size as the primary. It may be very close. This is actually a big room. It's probably not, I don't know if it's coming through on the video. It's hard to sometimes get all this on camera where it makes a lot of sense, but I mean, it's not bad at all. Okay, bedroom's a good size. I'm very pleased with that. So that's good. Okay, perfect, nice. And there's an attic access there. Now, I've had a lot of people ask me, Casey, what are these vents? Are these vents for the air conditioner? No, these are not vents for the air conditioner. In fact, there's no ducting connected to these vents above the doors here. These are just so that if the doors are closed like such, you know, if the door is shut, air can still circulate and keep the temperature balanced in the house. I think it's for the HVAC to keep things more balanced and the same throughout, so you don't have like one room you walk into and it's super cool and the other room is really hot or anything. It keeps things nice and balanced. Okay guys, we're going back down. We have seen the upstairs, we've seen the downstairs, we've seen a little bit of the community. I do want to take a second in case you are relocating here to show you where we are today, right? And then we'll dive into some pricing. We'll kind of compare, do a recap here in a few, and then we're gonna call it a day, guys. We don't want to take too much of your time today. I know it's a holiday weekend. Now, if you watch this in 3 months, it's probably not a holiday weekend, but if you're watching it today on the day it come out, every Saturday at 8 a.m., guys, we have a video coming out. So if you like the content, subscribe to the channel, you'll get the notifications and all that stuff, and you won't miss the next video, which you're not gonna wanna miss because it's gonna be an update on the community here, and we've got stuff coming out all the time, guys. So anyways, let's step out and go into the map. Let's go. All right, guys, thanks for watching the video this far. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, guys, and let's dive right into the map and let me show you where we are at today. So if you are from out of the state, thinking about relocating to California, more specifically the Central Valley, Fresno, Madera, Clovis, let me show you today where we are in relation to the entire world, guys, right? Let's get crazy. We are in America, in California, in Fresno County, but where is that, guys? Fresno's right here, a couple of hours inland from the nearest coast. We've got some of the world's most beautiful coasts, in my opinion. right here in California, home of the central coast of Monterey Bay. We've got an awesome Monterey Bay aquarium there. We've got Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk very close by, close enough to make a day trip. We've got Disneyland in California. We've got the famous Los Angeles. We've got San Francisco. This is all considered Northern California, the Bay Area. We guys are right here today. All right, so let's zoom it in nice and close. All right, and actually here's a pin for some reason. Let me drop that. All right, so this is the Fresno area, guys. What do you guys think? Is it as beautiful as you've imagined, right? Well, I'm glad. So this is considered the Fresno area. Now, many of my clients oftentimes tell me, Casey, I know we reached out and said we want to be in the Fresno area, so why are you telling me about some random place called Madera? Well, let me show you where Madera's at. So here's Fresno. Madera is way up here, okay? Madera is up here. Now, this is the town of Madera. In fact, there's actually a really cool drive-in in Madera. If you've never been, it's like the old school drive-in theater. Like, it's a super cool place to go watch a movie. I don't know. We've been there. It was pretty cool. So anyways, who cares? So this is Madera, okay? We're not in that Madera. We're in Madera County, which spans from here all the way across. We are not in Madera Ranchos, okay? This is acreage. 2-acre parcels is pretty common to find out here. You'll see how far these houses are apart just based on the structures that you see on the map, right? These are ranch-style homes on acreage with land. If you want that sort of thing, let us know. We'll show you what's available here. But today, guys, we are actually in this really, really beautiful master planned community. It's called Riverstone. If you've never heard of it, it's about 5 to 8 minutes north of the River Park Shopping Center in North Fresno. It is about 3 to 5 minutes north of the Fresno-Madera County line, which is right in this area here around the Valley Children's Hospital, okay, which is very, very close by. Right here, it's a fantastic place, and it's even more awesome that if you buy here, you live close to that. If you have little ones, that should be somewhat reassuring. So this is in fact where we are today. It is a beautiful community lined with olive trees up and down all over the place. It's crazy. You can kind of see where they've moved the dirt around to give you kind of a view of what this is going to look like in the future. Now, the homes that you saw in today's video are not built yet. They are like right in this region here. You see a lot of dirt, not a lot of homes, because again, this is an outdated map. And we are out there today shooting with the drone the latest footage available to pretty much anybody, anywhere, likely. So anyways, this is kind of cool, right? So you can see how this road kind of loops around. And it does stop here. This is accurate. This is still dirt over here. The new school, by the way, is right up here. Okay, so we have a second school called Canyon Creek. So we've got Stone Creek and Canyon Creek. Is it Canyon Creek or Canyon Ridge? I always get that mixed up. But that sits right about here. And then the third lodge in the future is supposed to be somewhere up in this region, which is what I've been told. So who knows when that's going to happen, because the second lodge hasn't even happened yet. By the way, that second lodge is supposed to be planned for this green space right here up by the Truemark homes. Okay. And then if you are new here, the first lodge is up this way. And if you're wondering what the heck is a lodge, guys, I don't mean a place for people to stay. I mean a clubhouse that is unlike anything you've probably ever seen before. Look how beautiful this place is. So it's really, really cool. You can rent this out for birthdays, baby showers. We've done both. Weddings, all that, right? We've got a kiddie pool, an adult pool here. We've got cabanas, fire pits, water features, a community garden over here, which is where these raised garden beds are. We've got an amphitheater, a green space, barbecues, food trucks out here in the parking lot every single Friday from 5 to 9 p.m. There's poker night, casino night, I should have said. Zootopia played out here. There was a movie night somewhat recently, about 2 weeks ago, I think. They had Zootopia playing out here on a big old blow-up projection screen. So if you are somebody who likes that sense of community, this is really a place that you should consider. When you think about families riding their bikes and all the kids have got their bikes, right? And then the youngest one rides in the little thing that's being towed behind dad's bike, right? Hopefully it doesn't. I always worry, like, what if it disconnects or something? I don't know. I think the worst. But anyways, hopefully that never happens to anybody. But point being, this is the community where you see that. There's a few places here in the valley, Clovis, out here, Tesoro Viejo as well. These are very active, family-oriented types of communities where everybody's out. You'll see a lot of the sidewalks around the community are 4 and 5 squares wide, not just 2 squares wide like your typical sidewalk in a neighborhood. Fur babies galore. If you've got fur babies, you'll fit right in out here. We've got Central Bark, which is the local dog park. It's partitioned for big fur babies and smaller fur babies. So it's a fantastic place to be, right? So I can give you the full tour on this. In fact, we do have a video tour of the entire community, but I'm happy to meet you. I have toured tons and tons of people through the lodge and shown them the pool complex. I got my key fob, so I just thought I had it here, but I was going to show it to you, not that you care. But anyway, so why don't we dive into pricing, see what these houses run to see if it's even something that's in the cards. And if you like these and you think, hey, that's actually very affordable, we have more expensive homes out here that might be even nicer for you. But let me talk pricing on these and then we will call it a day, guys. All right, so back to the homes that we saw today. The first house in the video, I've got it saved right here on my phone. All right, first house in today's video was the 1677 square feet, 3-bed, 2.5 bath, all bedrooms upstairs, plus it had the little loft area, which was a surprise to us. There's one currently being built right now. You guys, we could get you in around the 398 mark. Okay, that's not counting incentives and all the above. We can certainly factor all that stuff in and explain the best deal we can get for you. And I also know when we can push, and we're coming up on a good time, guys. The second house that we saw today, let me see if I have that here. The second house we saw today was 1786 square feet, I believe. That home was also a 3-bed, 2.5 bath, 1786 square feet. It had the loft, but maybe arguably not quite as functional as it was in the first house. There's one of those actually move-in ready at $404. It's been discounted $15,000. So, and there's a great incentive on it too, and we can probably do even better there if that's something that's appealing to you. So let me know your thoughts on that. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. That way next Saturday at this time, you guys get the notification, because every Saturday at 8 a.m. new videos come out, guys. If you're relocating here, let us know. Let us help. Otherwise, until next time, thanks for watching and have a safe holiday, and we'll talk soon.